Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Aye, aye, Captain. Ooh. In the world of television animation, where there are great, good cartoons, and there are bad cartoons. But out of all the cartoons in the world, out of all the TV shows, there is one that's well known. One that, alongside Mickey Mouse, is one of the most well-known tune of all. And that character is, wait for it, SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes, SpongeBob. I know him, you know him, everyone knows him. He's the Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny of Nickelodeon, going on for more than 20 years and delighting both kids and adults alike. SpongeBob was created by Stephen Hillenburg, a marine teacher who taught many marine biology to kids in the 80s. He also created a little education comic called the Intertidal Zone. Hillenburg later attended CalArts, aka California Institution of the Arts, and began a career working on the 1993 cult hit Rocko's Modern Life. After Rocko's ended in 1996, Hillenburg was called to create a series. At first, he wasn't sure of it, but after Martin Oslin, a writer on Rocko, suggested Hillenburg adapt his Intertidal Zone into a series. As he was brainstorming ideas and characters, the sea sponge was chosen. Because Hillenburg likes sea sponges' strange looks, he decided to go for a kitchen sponge and find that the square shape was a good look for a nerdy personality and inspiration for characters like P.B. Herman and Jerry Lewis. They want SpongeBob to be innocent and kind-hearted. Initially, it was going to be called SpongeBoy Ahoy, and yes, SpongeBob was going to be called SpongeBoy, but because of trademark problems, it was scrapped. The name Chun SpongeBob was chosen after one of Hillenburg's earlier creations, where a character, while the SquarePants part was during a meeting with Hillenburg and the voice of the Sponge himself, the legendary Tom Kenny. With many ideas and characters interleaved, the series would finally be interplayed. And so in May 1st of 1999 on Nick, the first ever season of SpongeBob was aired. Following the adventures of SpongeBob himself, he lives in a pineapple under the sea, working at the Krusty Krab along with his pals, the dim-witted starfish Patrick, underwater squirrel Sandy, miserable octopus Squidward, who for some reason has squid in his name, and green Mr. Krabs. The series ended up to be a phenomenon. The ratings were through the roof and got major praise for its art style, characters, voice acting, and especially its comedy. The show ended up becoming a global sensation, as well as a merchandise juggernaut with toys, books, games, etc. Even Hillenburg himself didn't expect the show to be that of a major hit, expecting the show to have the same success as Rocko. But what was SpongeBob's biggest break was on November 19, 2004, comes the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. And here, SpongeBob and Patrick go on a quest to retrieve King Neptune's crown from Shell City and save Bikini Bottom from Plankton's wrath. The film raises up the stakes for SpongeBob as it's one of the few times Plankton, the show's villain, who wants to steal the Krabby Patty formula to take over the world, actually succeeding in his plan. The film was well received upon release and grossed over $141.1 million. Some think this would be SpongeBob's swan song, but unfortunately that was not the case. Since the series was such a big hit, Nickelodeon wanted SpongeBob to stay, but Hillenburg wanted the show to end after the film was released. Since the series was been around for 5 years, Hillenburg wanted to wrap things up. But nope, Nickelodeon wanted SpongeBob to be the Simpsons of kids shows, and so that's what happened. The show got a fourth season in 2005. However, Stephen Hillenburg was not around this time, as well as many of the writers from seasons 1 to 3, with the exception of Paul Tippett, who stayed with the Sponge. The show became a former shell of itself, featuring more gross-out humor and more mean-spiritedness. While it was doing well in ratings, fans heavily disliked the show, and the show ended up getting 8 more seasons, as well as more specials like Atlantis SquarePants, Pass to the West, True for Square, etc., but fans disliked them all nonetheless. However, in 2013, things for the Sponge were finally going up, starting with the SpongeBob movie SpongeBob SquarePants on February 4, 2015. This sees SpongeBob and the gang going up to the surface to find the formula from a greedy pirate called Burgerbeard, played by Antonio Banderas. It was the first time to see SpongeBob and the gang in 3D CGI animation. It was also the return of many of the crew from seasons 1 to 3, including Stephen Hillenburg himself, who conceived the story. Upon release, the film got good reviews and grossed $325.5 million. But that was just the beginning of SpongeBob's return to glory. For many of the original crew who also went back by mid-season 9, gave SpongeBob new life with more expressive animation, fan-favorite characters such as the My Leg fish make a return. Fans praised this new series. The show even got a Broadway show in 2017, which was released to critical acclaim upon release. However, a year later, into late 2018, a terrible fate happened when Stephen Hillenburg passed away. The series would still be running even without Mr. Hillenburg, as well as a third film called Sponge on the Run. Originally meant to be released on May of 2020, but due to the coronavirus, it was released on Streamverse on Paramount Plus on March 4th, 2021. It sees SpongeBob and Patrick going on a quest to save Gary from King Poseidon. It was the first in the franchise to be fully CGI, to feature a fully CGI Bikini Bottom, but with the framework being choppy to match the TV style. It got okay reviews upon release. In 2021, SpongeBob went into the realm of spin-offs, the first being Camp Curl, a prequel series in CGI, and The Patrick Star Show, which was about, Patrick. So like with any other cartoon characters, SpongeBob has had its ups and downs, but despite all this, SpongeBob will always be remembered as Nickelodeon's top-rated shows of all time, as well as one of the greatest and longest-running animated series of all time, with toys, many movies, spin-offs, and especially the memes. The memes. And that'll be plenty to look forward for the years to come. Alright, that's my list. Now who comes next? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Just kidding.